Rich Lowe, Pilot Legacy, on site at the Grassdale, Manor, Texas, Wednesday, 23 December 2020, 24 weeks, 6 days post groundbreaking. Taking a look at the plan view, you can see that all of the foundations have now been poured for the primary and main pad sites of the property. There are now 2 areas of concentration on site. Along the eastern boundary, the forms are being erected for the garages. You can see they've been trenched and the poly has been laid, as well as the rebar. Pouring for those garages should commence probably as early as next week, at most 2 weeks from now. Also, G&C excavators are working between building pads Hotel Juliet and Fox Golf, preparing the grading for the driveway to be poured there in the coming weeks as well. Also, crews are working on pad site Hotel, prefabricating the mats that'll go in place above the ground to hold the concrete. The paving plan is as follows. Initially, they're going to conduct a concrete pour between pad sites Hotel Juliet and Fox Golf. And depending on the progress of the dry utilities, that is the electricity and the cable, the plan is to pour the entire western boundary, to pave that entire section. But in the event that those utilities don't go in according to schedule, then what Strategic will do is pour between Fox Golf and Delta Echo, or Delta Echo and Alpha Charlie. Strategic always having numerous contingencies in the event of weather or different delays in different areas, but all of those different contingencies are keeping us right on the timeline. Once the dry utilities are in place, they want to pave the western boundary direction south, then move eastbound along the southern border, and then back up to the north along the eastern border. They want to get that concrete poured between the building pad sites in anticipation for lumber delivery in late January, and the anticipation is that we will commence framing in early February. Although it may not appear that there's been a ton of progress in the past month, now that the foundations have been poured, there's a lot of details going in and around those pad sites. All of the fire hydrants are in. Some of those fire hydrants look like they are below ground level. Once all that grading and the surveying is complete, a riser will be inserted, bringing those fire hydrants up to the proper level. Also, along each building, the water meters and reverse check valves are also in place. The Grassdale's water connections are all complete. Over the past week, we had a laboratory come out and perform a bacterial test on the flow of the water running through the system. It's passed that test, and those results are being sent to the TCEQ. Here in the central portion of the property between pad sites Hotel and Juliet, you can also see the forms being erected for the maintenance building and laundry facility. That pour should commence here in about a week or so as well. These standpipes you see with the red ribbon around them, those are the storm drains here along the northern boundary, and just all the way at the end of the property towards the east, just to the north side of pad site Charlie, you can see the absolute final touches on the storm drains going in. Recall from our last report that the culvert sections in the southern detention pond were complete, and the vast majority of the storm drain system was intact. We collected quite a bit of rain. It's all flowed down into the southern detention pond. Here in the northwest corner of the property, you can see TriStar Utilities is digging up the existing manhole access to the city sewage system. Now that the surveying is complete and they're preparing the driveway along the western side, they're going to open up that manhole. They're going to place an extension to raise it up to the proper elevation so that pouring of the driveway can then commence. As usual, we've had plenty of water flowing off US Highway 290 East. We're making good use of that northern detention pond and still utilizing that trench configuration that we have on that western driveway that's metering that water, keeping it off the construction site, and diverting it westbound into the culvert section. That water's flowing nicely through the culverts down into the southern area and diverting it down into Gilliland Creek. It has certainly been an exciting 6 months here on the Grassdale. We appreciate you joining us, and we're looking forward to a great 2021 as we move the project into the vertical phase. But from all of us here at Pilot Legacy, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll be checking back with you here in 2021.